What is going on, you guys? ShadowX back with you for another Dokkan battle video, and we finally have some crazy hype that just got revealed on Twitter. We have the official LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan coming. Finally, what we've all been waiting for, right? Now, I do also want to point out that this guy is a direct replacement of the original INT LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan LR you guys all know about. So that is a little disappointing from the fact that he's not going to be base form Gohan. I was really hoping that he would be. But, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is a rather old unit, so it's no surprise that they obviously could replace him. The only other direct replacement that we've gotten of an LR is with the physical Bojack, right? Or not Bojack, Bardock, with the AJL Dokkan Fest one, right? So this is the first instance that we've seen a summonable LR get replaced with another summonable LR. So, because LR Gohan, the int one, is pretty outdated, I would say. He still can hit really hard and he can put up good numbers, right? But this guy just completely replaces him for free, obviously, right? So let's go ahead and jump into the details here. Now, one thing to point out is his stats are insanely high. And we'll talk about why this matters in a little bit, but that's just one thing to point out. His overall stats at rainbow level are insanely high. I would say the card art looks really clean in my opinion as well, so I do like that aspect. So let's actually go ahead and talk about what he does here. Now, the global way of previewing these units, I hate. It's all out of order. It's stupid the way they do this. Like, they put his super attack last. Like, why? Like, because this is what I want to start with. So let's talk about what he does on super attack. So his 12 key, he raises attack and defense for one turn and causes colossal damage. And then I believe his 18 key, he raises defense and lowers attack and defense, I think. I actually don't remember, but nonetheless, he has a pretty good super attack effect. Getting defense is going to really help him out. His leader skill here is movie heroes category 4 key HP attack and defense 130% or super attack types 4 key and 100% to stats. So super tech is finally getting a new replacement for a super tech type lead for something like super battle or not battle battlefield, which we do need a new tech type lead for that mode because tech it's not the best in terms of having a really good solid typing lead for that typing, right? So I do like this guy's leader skill. Movie Heroes is not the biggest deal, right? Gogeta currently is the only Movie Heroes lead that we have. So it is time for a new replacement. So leader skill is pretty good there. So let's talk about his novel of a passive here. Oh my god, this is so long. So Beyond the Galaxy, he gets attack 58%, attack and defense 58% start of turn. It's fine. Plus an additional 1 key and additional 1 key per keys for obtained. It's really late right now, so I'm kind of stuttering a little bit. I apologize for that. Kind of tired, but he has the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan effect, obviously, right, with getting 1 extra key per orb. So getting 80 key super attacks is going to be really easy. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 7% per key sphere obtained. Then he gets an additional attack 58% when performing Ultra Super Attack. So keep in mind how easy that's going to be because he's getting 1 extra key per key sphere obtained, right? Then he has a medium chance of launching an additional super attack. Already, it's like, why? Why the fuck does he need that? When he's already doing all this shit. like, why did they make him so broken? Like, oh my god, dude, he's so offensively empowered. It's insane. Then, if this wasn't already enough, he gets an additional attack 59% and attack becomes a critical hit when performing Ultra Super Attack. If HP is 58% or less with a Movie Heroes category ally whose name includes Goku, or on the team from the 5th turn from the start of battle. So you guys have to take into consideration everything he does in his passive. The way it all adds up and multiplies into each other when you can get his full passive. When you get to this bottom part here, whatever you're fighting is dead. Like, I'm just gonna point that out for free. It basically, like, congratulations, you beat Dokkan because you're killing whatever the hell is in front of your way when you get to this last part of his passive. Now, I know it's very restrictive, and I don't really like the way they handled it, but you have to take into consideration what this guy is, considering his overall stats at rainbow level. All the 58% attack buffs that he's getting, the extra 59% attack, and then the medium chance of getting an additional super attack if you get the 18 key, and then guaranteed crits if you're below 58%. Like, it's insane. And if this wasn't enough, um, the 18 million attack stat that he's going to be putting up with all this calculated, he has an active skill. They really were just like, no, it's not enough. We need to make him hit a little bit harder. I think. I don't think he does enough damage. So here's this active skill. Promise made to dad. Can be activated when HP 58% or less with a movie heroes category, including Goku. And then starting from the 5th turn on, one's battle only. So it's literally the same conditions as the end of his passive here. So here's basically the situation. You get his 18 key super tag off. You get the additional super attack, right? If you're below 58%, you can also use active skill, which is basically a guaranteed crit. And if you double super attack, you're double critting. So, with the 18 million attack stat, 21,000 attack stat at rainbow level or whatever it is. Yeah. Rest in peace to anything that you're fighting, because I promise you, nothing will survive this guy if you can get his active skill. So that's why they made it so restrictive, obviously, because he is very offensively oriented, right? Not to say that his defense is bad, because obviously if you super attack twice, he's going to be double raising his defense on top of the defensive buff that he gets at the start of turn, right? But overall, this guy is insane. He's very good, I have to say. Also, his active skill here, he gets 12 key and attack 59% for 1 turn. So obviously, it's another additional 59%. That's multiplying into the other 59% that you get, right? So this guy is insane. Now, the one downside with this guy, well, there's actually 2 of them. There's actually a few others we'll talk about, but his links aren't the greatest. I guess that is kind of a negative about him. They really should have given him shocking speed over shattering the limit. Gates of Respect is not a bad link, but who you can get it off with, there's not a lot of options, so it's kind of an L in that department. A lot of the teams that you're going to be running him on, you can get most of these links, and also having like a movie hero Goku on the team is not that big of a deal, because if we take a look at the movie hero category, I mean, just look at how many Gokus are on this team, right? This guy counts. This guy counts as well. There's a lot of different Gokus on this team, so you have a lot of different options that you can run, right? So it's not the biggest restriction in that department. It's just having a turn restriction on top of an HP restriction. It gets very heavy at that point, right? It's not as fun when you have to rely on restrictions, and you have to depend on going out of your way to making a unit look at its absolute best. And that's really what I'm not the biggest fan of with this unit. Outside of the fact that he is insanely broken, right? If you can, get him to his full potential, which is going to be pretty tough, considering all things, with this character's design, right? So, also let's talk about his categories before we wrap things up. So he's on Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, Bottom Master, Disciple, Super Saiyan 2, Exploding Rage, Hyper Saiyan, Youth, All Out Struggle, and Full Power. The fact that he is starting at Super Saiyan 2 means that he's not going to be on like Transformation Boost. He's not going to be on Super Saiyan. He really should be on Kamehameha. Like, why? I mean, this is why, because his 18 key is not called Kamehameha. It's Brilliant Strike. It's bullshit that they have to disinclude characters off of categories because it isn't included in their super tag name. Like, it's stupid. Like, this guy literally does the Kamehameha in his active skill. Like, put him on the fucking category. Like, physical LR Cell, the Cell Juniors, put them on the Kamehameha category. Like, I just want consistency. Because this guy would be insane on the Kamehameha category, right? Alongside Super Saiyan 2 AGL Gohan, because that one is what Super Saiyan as the LR, right? Granted, you're not gonna be able to transform on the Kamehameha team with that AGO Super Saiyan 2 Gohan because you have to have a they stupidly designed him in a way where you have to have an Android 16 on rotation, right? But maybe on another different team, if you can get that LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan transformation out alongside this guy, that's a GG to whatever the hell you're fighting because the two of them are going to be an insane rotation. I can promise you guys that. But this guy's really good. It's a couple of design choices that I'm not the biggest fan of overall. You know, he is heavily offensively oriented, right? But he does have restrictions that goes along with him on the side, which kind of hurts the unit in my opinion overall. But that's not just take away that he's extremely good. Where I have him ranked in terms of best LRs in the game, I'm not entirely sure yet. I need to see what he looks like in game and the kind of numbers that he's putting up. But as I mentioned before, you can get this guy to his full potential, and the things that he's going to be doing is going to be disgusting. I promise you guys that. So, another thing I wanted to point out also is, I guess we could, I don't have it pulled up, but I was gonna, well, we'll just play the super tag. I was gonna show you guys the easy areas that's coming up, but I don't have it pulled up, and I don't want to look for it. So, is it actually? Well, we're on Global Dokkan Twitter page, so we'll just finish off the video with the super tag animations because they do look really clean. So, here is Gohan's super tag and active skill animations. Why he doesn't say, "I'm my father's son," is a huge missed opportunity, in my opinion. And there's the card art, as you guys can obviously tell, right? And there's the windscreen. Very clean. So, obviously, his animations are insane. They look amazing, pretty beautiful. Whatever word you guys have to describe them, I'm sure they're everything and more. It's just, I was really hoping that they would have Goku flying in and punching Bojack, but, another missed opportunity on their part. So, overall, I like this unit, but there's things that I think they could have made him a little better in certain areas outside of his links, right? Him not being on Kamehameha hurts definitely. Um, but him being another super tech type unit is good because that was the typing that I was hoping he would be. Because we do need a better tech lead, right? As I mentioned before. And then overall what this card can do. His overall damage output is insane. So I like him from that aspect. It's just he's very restrictive in certain areas, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So there's LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's card art details. I'm expecting to get a data download probably tomorrow night, and then he'll probably release in 2 days. And keep in mind that he is also coming out on Global and JP at the same time, which tells me that we're going to be having a combined celebration for Christmas, which makes sense because we recently had a data mined file asset update where there was joint celebration missions in the assets and the files and things like that. So I'm expecting both these units to drop at the same time on both versions, which makes sense because Global's version of the game right now in their current celebration is completely dead. It's garbage. And what better way than to bring some hype in with LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? So I don't know what they're gonna do with LR Tech Jiren. I don't think he's that hype of a character to release right now, given Global's current situation. So it does make sense from a business standpoint to release this Gohan in both versions. So I guess with all that being said, let me know what you guys think of our boy LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here. I'm not sure if I'm going to summon for him. There's just so much coming up on JP But we'll have to see. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Your boy's clocking out. Shadow X. See you guys in the next one.